You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Welcome to your Sunday edition of Good Morning Vail on TV8. I'm your host, Liz. We have a really great Sunday in store for you guys. We have yoga, lots of yoga so we can get into shape and feel good about ourselves. All things Halloween and so much more. Sit back, relax, grab that coffee. Your Sunday edition of Good Morning Vail starts right now. Halloween is so close. It's going to be an amazing experience. And we have so many great things for you guys to do with the entire family taking place on Halloween. The 31st, it's the annual Trick or Treat Trot taking place in Vail Village. Get those kids dressed up and they get to go to all the shops throughout Vail Village. And if there's an orange jack-o'-lantern out front, they've got lots of treats for everybody. So head on over to Vail Village on the 31st. And it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful experience with you guys and all the kiddos for the Trick or Treat Trot. And that is just one of the great things going on. And then that night you can make your way over to the Minturn Saloon for the Evolution Live. And they are going to be playing for another big Halloween party on Halloween night. Costume prizes for everybody who dresses up. And that's your Halloween report. And we have so much more coming up right here on Good Morning Vail. We'll be right back.
Good Morning Vail.
Lion's Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lion's Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Hi, it's Julio from TV8 Vail. Do you ever wonder why our tagline is "There's more for you on 92"? Because we're always bringing you more. More Good Morning Vail from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. all year long. More local coverage with Vail Vibes and Covered Bridge on TV8. More opportunities to participate with new roundtable panels on mountain perspectives and our new Spanish programming block coming this fall. Find us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on YouTube, or our website at tv8vail.com.
Thank you for watching Good Morning Vail. Have an amazing day. Get on out there, soak up that sunshine. We'll see you tomorrow right here for more Good Morning Vail. Bye, everyone. Hi, I'm Gretchen Bleshaw. You might recognize me from the Glitz and Glam with Gretchen. Maybe you hear my voice on the radio from time to time or see me out at a concert or two. I love concerts. If you see me out, the long mermaid hair, I'm almost 6 foot tall. It's hard to miss. Come and say hi, give me a high five, and make sure to watch me right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back, everybody. I normally on a Sunday like to have somebody here to give us some exercise or something for our spiritual growth. However, I've been injured a little bit, so I have to lay low, but we're still going to bring you some lovely yoga with Nevada Lee. He was here a few weeks ago, and I'm going to show you that clip so we can still do some yoga for your Sunday. Welcome back to your Sunday edition of Good Morning Vail. I'm your host, TV8, and yeah, I'm pretty comfortable because we are going to do something new here at TV8. We're going to get you in shape on Sunday mornings, and we're going to kick it all off with yoga with Nevada Lee. Hi.
Hey, welcome. Grateful to be here.
I am so happy to have you here. I think you are amazing. What Nevada does is not only is he a local DJ that can play for your parties, but you do so many teachings of yoga. You've been doing this for several years, and you also teach over at Effect School of Rock, the kids, so you get them through some yoga practicing. But what I want to do is, for anybody who's watching right now that maybe has never tried yoga or maybe has put their toe in the water, per se, I want to explain by you the benefits of yoga and why we should all at least practice some form of it each day of our lives.
Well, for me personally, my yoga experience started 7 years ago. I found myself in a place, we're in an environment where we work hard, we play hard, we get hurt, we have injuries, we sit at desks all day long, and we kind of find ourselves out of balance. We find ourselves sitting in the car getting stressed out, remembering not to breathe. And I found myself at a point in life where I wasn't centered in my body, I wasn't centered in my mind, and that ultimately led to me not being centered in my soul. So I kind of felt lost, my body was in pain, and life just wasn't flowing as easily as I thought it should be. And then 7 years ago, kind of when I was at one of the lowest points in my life, with everything, I was blessed to find somebody that got me into yoga for the first time. My first yoga practice was extremely scary. I didn't know what I was getting into. I didn't know if it was right for me. I'd seen people practice it before, but it was something that, I just needed to take that leap to see what it was. And that was one of the best things I've ever done for myself in my entire life.
Well, number one, I am so grateful that you just said what you said, because a lot of us go through things. I've been in my own dark places. You're not alone. We all go through so many struggles. And I did learn a long time ago that yoga, if you practice it regularly, you kind of have this air of peace around you. And even when things are chaotic, it's more easily controlled. The very first time I did yoga, this is so crazy, was in Florida, and I never did yoga, and I was going through turmoil and just maniacal life, like insane, a lot of self-loathing things going on. And I realized that I wasn't working through stuff, and a friend of mine introduced me to yoga. I went and sat in the back of the class because I thought it was going to be bad. And this is the weirdest part. When the yoga was done, and what's the thing when you're laying out at the end?
Shavasana.
Shavasana. I started crying, like sobbing, and it didn't come to me, like I wasn't thinking of anything. I'm just weeping and sobbing, and my friend who's the instructor came over later. I'm like, why can't I stop crying? She goes, you've obviously released the stuff. And what it does is, I am living proof, so is Nevada Lee, that you can really, really work through life when you have something special that you can practice. It's self-love, it's fulfilling for your soul, your mind, your body, and so many other things. So that's why I wanted to bring you here for our very first segment of exercising on Sundays, because I think this is something not only for your body, but for everything involved.
And it's so awesome when you get through an entire practice and you get to Shavasana, which is also called corpse pose. So at the end of your practice, you end in corpse pose. The beginning of most yoga practices start in child's pose. So you're kind of going through a birth all the way through a progression of your life and your body stages. So by the time you get to Shavasana, you lie down, you're a corpse pose, and then essentially your body is reborn again. And so with all the goodness that you have just experienced, you've absorbed it, you've stretched your muscles, you stretched your hips, that releases a lot of energy, a lot of built up tension.
Yes.
You know, and yoga essentially means to unite or to connect with breath.
Oh,
So
I love that.
it means to connect first your mind. You know, your mind wanders and races all the time. You'll be driving down. When was the last time you actually remembered to breathe? And most people don't even remember to breathe. You breathe automatically. You know,
That's
most
true.
of your organs in your body, they work whether you like it or not. They're going to keep doing that.
Absolutely.
That's what makes breath most important, is because you absolutely have full control over that autonomous system in your body. So once you learn to unite your breath to your body, to your mind, that transfers over into overall well-being that essentially with the practices helps your soul.
I think that's so profound, and it really is true. I can't say enough about this practice. There's just something freeing. And what I've noticed is, because I have a little anxious personality, if nobody's figured that out yet, and with the breathing, when you do have anxietous moments, if you take a moment to practice your breathing that you've learned through yoga or anything, it's almost a form of meditation, because you're only focusing on that one thing, and all of a sudden, all the angst is gone because you're working through things and you're concentrating on something else for yourself. This is a purely self-indulgent, loving thing that you can do for yourselves. So I'm really excited. Why don't we start off? Well, before that, how do people reach you? Because you can get a private yoga lesson from Nevada Lee or a group lesson. So how do they reach you?
You can reach me on Instagram or on Facebook, Nevada Lee Furrow. Just go there, friend me, send me a private message. That's the easiest way to get a hold of me. You're more than welcome to call the studio. They can give you my number directly.
Which studio?
This TV8 studio that we're sitting in here right now.
I thought it was like a yoga studio.
We can talk about the yoga studios as well a little bit later
Yeah.
here. But
Wonderful.
those are the best ways to reach me. I do private lessons, I do group lessons. I've taught everybody from children aged 4 to 5 years old, you know, through all different people, all different body types. Yoga is for everybody.
It really is. You don't have to think, oh, I need to be a certain size to do this. You can be any human being, and that's what I love about it. It embraces everybody, because we're not all built the same. You know, I mean, I might look skinny. It doesn't mean I'm in shape.
Nope.
This is why I'm starting this. It's all for me, everybody. No, the truth is, it's for everybody. I really want to bring this to light and let everybody get an idea. We're going to learn how to breathe a little bit. We're going to learn a couple of stretches, and then you're going to show us some poses throughout the show.
That's
What do you
exactly
think?
true.
So what do you do at the very beginning? Do you breathe first or stretch first?
It all starts with your breath.
All right,
so
let's do
yoga
some breathing.
means to unite with breath. And the typical breathing in yoga would be a 4-sided breath.
How's that?
Where you take a nice long inhale and try to make it last 4 seconds, 5 seconds. Everybody's lungs are different, so take a nice inhaling breath and inhale as much oxygen as you possibly can, and then try to hold it for the same period of time, and then slowly exhale.
Mouth or nose?
It doesn't
I'm
really
gonna
matter
fall
to
over.
start with, you know, when we get into the breathing. Just focus on the 4-sided breath.
Okay, so really it doesn't matter how you do it as long as you do it.
There are proper ways to do it, and there are breathing techniques as you get more deeper into yoga.
I know
and
there's a
meditation.
diaphragmatic method that when you breathe in, you almost want to puff your belly out. You want to get all that air in, right?
And they're different. There's short kind of breaths, there's
Oh.
hummingbird breath, you know, there's bee's breath,
Of course
all
there
sorts
are.
of them.
I
I'm
did not know that. Well, let's do
familiar
your
with all
basic
the-
human breath.
But the basic is a 4-sided breath. And
Okay.
once you start concentrating on that breath, things around you are going to start to drop away. You know, the annoyances from over here, the thoughts of your daily life, you're just starting to focus on your breath. And then when you let all the breath out of your body, when your body is completely absence of breath, the only thing your body now starts to focus on is taking that next breath. So when you're, you know, suffocating,
feel that,
there's
yeah.
only one thing that you're physically present with, is that moment, that next breath. So that takes you right back to it.
And it keeps you
And then
present.
take a few different rounds of that breath, and after, you know, 30 seconds, a minute, you know, 90 seconds of doing this, your body will start to relax. Don't hold your breath for 90 seconds. Unless,
Heck no, unless you want to fall over. But yeah, I actually feel my body relaxing a little bit more as I do this breathing. It just kind of puts you in a nice space.
And so that's what you say, is we start to integrate our breath into our body.
Okay.
And then next is going to be to start to awaken the body, you know,
what do we
with
do?
some simple, easy yin yoga that I do every morning. What I would like to focus on, because in my personal experience, I have dislocated shoulder, I have broken both of my ankles, you know, knee problems from snowboarding for so long.
Yeah.
And your out of posture alignment starts to lead to other pains. Like a lot of people have lower sciatic pain and they don't know where it came from. You know, a lot of people have that pain right between their shoulder blades, you know, which leads you to favoring your shoulder,
Yeah.
which leads you to kinking your neck in, which stiffens up all these muscles
Yep.
and don't allow them to flex and bend properly.
Yep.
So then what you get into is you're walking around in your day-to-day life and you don't have proper posture. And proper posture and proper alignment and trying to focus on that day-to-day will help you, you know, get out of those tendencies to hunch over, to slouch over,
Sure.
to favor, and it'll make your body feel better overall. It'll
And-
help you sleep better at
yeah,
night.
absolutely.
And, you know, that is very important. You know, the rest is just as important, you know, as the physicalness of your day.
Nice.
So,
right.
first thing I want to show is if you stand up.
Okay, we're going to stand up. We're going to take a break in a second, but let's kick off a stretch.
Well, I just want to show people
Okay.
so with proper posture, it's kind of weird and it feels really weird within your body, but have a friend of you take a picture of a side profile of you.
Okay.
And then just stand there like naturally how you do. You know, a lot of people have hunched over shoulders. You know, a lot of people, everybody's walking around on their phone all day, so they're walking with their
Yeah.
head down. So that's kind of how people's natural postures are starting to
Okay.
go. And that is not natural. So
Not natural, everybody. I
Not
cannot
natural.
wait to get more into this. We have to take a small break,
Okay.
but then we're going to be back with more yoga-bilitation. I just made that word up. We're going to rehabilitate with yoga with Nevada Lee. We'll be right back with
Thank
more
you,
Good Morning
Liz.
Vail on TV8.
When people think of world-class destinations, they're drawn to a place that provides opportunities for fine dining, shopping, superior lodging, exciting events, and unparalleled outdoor activities. Park City, Utah, and Vail, Colorado are renowned destinations for travelers and extraordinary homes for residents. Feature your exceptional products and services in these two luxury communities. Advertise with Park City Television and TV8 Vail. Contact us today.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your three favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
My name is Tyler Alvarez. I work here at Sweet Basil in Vail. I'm a bartender here. I originally came to Vail to snowboard. I slept on my sister and my cousin's couch for what was supposed to be a week, turned into 2 months, and then I found my own spot, and then kind of made friends and worked different places in the valley and kind of just fell in love with it more and more every single day, and ended up finding my way to Sweet Basil through some friends who worked here and all the great things that I heard about it. And yeah, I've been here for 4 years now. It's hard to wake up in Vail and be upset when you look outside. It's just beautiful. My favorite part about working at Sweet Basil is definitely that I could be proud about everything that we're putting out, whether it's food, drinks. We also get to be really creative here. The bartenders, the whole team here, we workshop our menus every season, so we'll start with a spirit or an ingredient, and then we get to be really creative and make a whole project of it. And then when we get the final product, it's a drink that we're all really proud of for the whole menu, and that's super fun, just being able to be creative and work with new things. And the most fun cocktails to make, though, are definitely the ones that we get to create from scratch. When people take a sip and say, oh my God, this is delicious, or they just love it. And that's probably the most fun for me, the creativity behind it. and making unique cocktails. That, for me, that would be the most fun drink to make, just the one that you start from scratch and then people are excited about. I'm Tyler, I live and work in Vail. Come see me at Sweet Basil.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail on TV8. I'm your host, Liz. Here with Nevada League, we are getting in shape for your Sunday morning with yoga. We did some breathing exercises, and now we're going to do some stretching. So what is the first thing that you like to do?
The first thing I like to do is just focus on posture in your everyday life. So
Right.
when we're standing here...
We were standing there and showing our side.
Yeah, and so a lot of times people are hunched over. People have shoulder injuries
Right.
so that one shoulder's higher than the other. If you go to a
Hips.
chiropractor, hips are out of alignment. They're too far back. You know, it's kind of that duck kind of
It's
thing.
all of that with me, so yeah.
So have somebody take a picture of you, see where your alignment's at, and your proper alignment is you're going to want to have your ears over your shoulders, over your hips, over your ankles.
Good to know.
So what you want to do is focus on pulling your shoulder blades back towards your spine.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of doing that.
Stick them out.
Bringing your head up, looking people straight forward in the eyes and kind of bringing it back. Slight bend in the knees so your shoulders are over your hips and are over your ankles, and that's
Gotcha.
called joint stacking. And it kind of feels, it reminds me of Planet of the Apes, where you see them walking around, head
Yeah.
up, chest out, back. That is
Okay.
kind of the proper posture, and it feels kind of weird, but
It does a
once
little
you-
bit, but
once you start practicing that, opening your shoulders, you'll find it'll start in your day-to-day life, easing some of that tension, that pain, that inflammation that you feel. So that's a good way just to carry out
Perfect.
yoga, and then to remember to breathe throughout the day.
yeah, that's
You know?
important.
If you can't remember the last time you took a breath, it's probably a good time to sit down
Right.
and do a
A
cycle
nice
of 4
deep
breaths
one.
to help recenter yourself.
Right, okay.
So the
for
posture
stretching,
is one of the most important things in your day-to-day life.
okay. On
when
the mat.
When I wake up in the morning, you know, depending on how I've slept, you know, people sleep in different
Yeah.
positions, that just adds to the imbalances, the inflammation in
That's
the body.
correct.
So I wake up in the morning, I'm tight in my neck, I'm tight in my shoulder, I'm tight in my lower back. So the first thing you do, since you're already down there laying in bed, you're essentially in Shavasana. You're in your corpse pose. You know, you're about ready to wake up and get ready to start a new day, to start a new life.
Yes.
So sit here, take a few deep breaths, and just get your body going. And then usually what I'll do is I'll bring my knees up into my chest, give them a nice big squeeze. This is essentially child's pose on
Right.
your back.
Okay,
So
child's pose.
if you have knee issues or anything like that, or severe back issues, this is the easiest way to modify to make it easier on your body. And as you
Nice.
do this, you can start to spread your legs out as well too. You can put your hands on your
Nice
knees.
camera angle, right?
And this is a good way just to start opening your hips and start awakening the body.
Man.
And then usually what I'll do is I'll set my feet on the ground.
Okay.
And we'll just do slight knees to one side. And that'll start getting into
Ooh,
your sciatic
I
right
feel
down here.
that in my hip.
And all you have to do is let gravity do the work and let your legs
And
melt
then they
into the
naturally
ground.
fall.
You don't want to have any contractions in your muscles. It's just relaxed.
And you don't want to force it.
No forcing whatsoever. In these poses, if you do find slight pain anywhere, you can use props like a block or a bolster, and you can lay that on it to just get the perfect angle that's for your body.
Okay,
And then after that, you want to switch to the other side because you always want to balance it out.
definitely.
So we do that one.
Ah, God, I need
know.
this.
And then in yin yoga, you would sit here and you would hold this for anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes, depending on what your teacher is doing with the practice and
Right.
how they want it to flow.
Okay,
And then the next, I'll pull this back in to stretch out that lower back.
okay.
And then I'll drop my left leg down and I'll bring the right knee across my body. This is called a supine twist
Whoa,
or
oh,
twisted
I just
roots.
popped.
I popped as well. And this is one to get a little bit deeper into that sciatic and a little bit more stretch on your IT
Yeah,
band here.
I'll tell you what, so many people have the sciatica. This is an amazing stretch.
So these are just the easiest ones to do right as you get up in the morning.
Okay,
Remember to breathe, bring your knees back into your chest, extend that right leg out, and then another supine twist over to this side. And so as we hold these poses, we get out of our muscles and we get into our tendons, our ligaments,
Right.
and the fascia, the tissue that surrounds all your muscles that keeps them contracted and tight.
Yes.
And we want our muscles to be loose.
Want it to
and
be like a
flexible
rubber
and-
band
and
almost.
squishy.
Yeah.
So this is the best way to start.
And you don't bounce ever, you just kind of hold it, right?
Nope, you just sit there and you relax, and you breathe. And as you breathe and expand through your lungs, that expands your cavities, and it allows you to stretch slightly deeper into
Yeah.
your tendons and your ligaments.
I just noticed that when I take a breath, I'm going to let it out, my leg can go down even more.
And it'll start stretching out all the rest of the ligaments in your body.
Nice.
So then we bring your knees back into your chest. I kind of roll around on my back and just loosen up that area a little bit more.
Okay.
And then, get one last full body stretch before you're ready to get out of bed.
Okay. Oh my God. Ugh, I'm ready for bed.
And then the first pose I start with every single morning are extended mountain poses into a ragdoll. And ragdoll is one of the only yin poses that's a standing pose.
Okay, now what ragdoll sounds like you just flop.
It's flopping.
I
so
knew it, right.
I'll do an extended mountain pose.
I'm gonna
and
watch
you'll-
you first.
You'll take a breath as you breathe in. You want your feet hip width distance apart. You want your shoulders over your hips, shoulder blades back. And then just take a couple of nice deep breaths here. And then you're going to take a breath in, and as you exhale, you're connecting this movement with your breath, and you're going to fold completely over and limp into ragdoll.
No, I
so
like
you want
this.
your knees slightly bent, your arms are going to dangle, your head's going to dangle, and you're going to sit here and breathe a little bit.
You can feel that hole in the back of your legs
And then as you start to get into it a little bit more, you can sway side to side, which starts hitting different areas of your
ouch.
sciatic and your lower back.
I'm stiff.
And you never want sharp pains. If you feel any sharp pains, you need to back off
Right.
and modify and do what your body is calling for.
Okay.
So then what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in and we're going to do a halfway lift. So you're going to press into your shins and you're going to work on elongating your spine and taking the crown of your head towards the front wall.
Well, that feels really good.
So you can stay here for as many breaths as you would like, but then you're going to take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, you're going to forward fold. And just let your health dangle once more. And then you're going to breathe in, rise up for another extended mountain pose. And this one you might go back a little bit more. And you want to keep your core slightly engaged here and just go for a slight back bend. And then the posture here, when you're standing up straight, people have this tendency to stick their butt out, and that's kind of how your back naturally goes.
We always do that.
So you want to tuck it in, you want to pull the front of your pelvis forward and drop your tailbone.
Oh, gosh. Okay, there's a lot of intricate things you need to learn.
So if you focus
So
on
when
your core and you're focused on your breathing, now you're not focusing on anything else. You're starting to get into yourself, into your mind,
Okay.
into your body. The next one I like to do is another one where you interlace your hands behind your back, and then we're just going to bow forward into another ragdoll. And let your arms hang heavy over your head.
Wow.
This one you can sway side to side to, bending your knees. You can straighten out your legs a little bit to get a stretch in your hamstring.
This really stretches your shoulders.
And then
too.
just back and forth and do what feels good on your body, and try to hit those areas where you start to feel the tightness back there.
Oh, I feel it. I feel it.
All right. And then I would do a few of those. And then you start to loosen up your body. And then I would go into, our awakening series of yoga.
Okay.
So starting out in child's pose.
Okay.
And we'll show you some modifications that you do with yin yoga as well. So if you want to take this bolster and put it in front of you like this for the child's pose. But essentially child's pose are your toes are together, your knees come wide on the mat. You're going to sit back towards your heels. You're going to extend your arms forward, spread your fingers wide, and just rest your forehead on your mat.
All right, we're going into child's pose, and then we'll be right back with more TVA after this.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Well, Archer and I are going to get headed on further down the trail, but I hope you'll catch up with us a little bit later. Hi, I'm Ben Roof, and I'm one of the new hosts here at TV8. I'm so excited to share all of my explorations throughout the Vail Valley with my dog Archer, where we'll be taking you to hiking trails, biking trails, maybe we'll go rafting, fishing, or whatever else we can come up with. I'm so excited to share all of that with you in my new segment, Outdoor Adventures. Don't forget to catch up with us every day right here at TV8 Vail or at tv8vail.com, because there's always more for you on 92.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tva8vail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
Experience the beauty of fall on the rails of the Leadville Railroad. Take in the cool mountain breeze as you climb to 11,000 feet to watch the vibrant reds, oranges, and golds of fall come alive. Enjoy delicious hot beverages, learn some history, and relax with family and friends. Even your pets can enjoy a ride on the train. Offering daily trips, the weekend specials sell out fast. To secure your seat, book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail on a Sunday morning in TV8. I'm your host, Liz, and next to me, he's not sleeping. He's in child's pose. This is Nevada Lee. We've been in the middle of doing some yoga exercises. We've learned how to breathe. We've learned a couple of morning stretches, and now we're going to go into some more experiences called stacking. So where are we at now, Nevada?
Well, this was a modification on child's pose for those of you, including me, that have bad knees and can't stand the pressure. So you can sit back with your knees together to take some of the pressure off. I like to use a bolster because you can just lay there and melt straight into it.
I'm melting.
So there are two main basic flows in yoga. They're the sun salutation A and the sun salutation B.
Okay.
Your salute to the sun, your awakening in the morning.
Nice.
You're getting ready for the day.
It just makes you love life, I can tell right now.
So starting in child's pose,
Uh-huh.
hands are going to extend out as far as you can. Fingers are spread as wide as possible. You're going to press up. And actually, we're going to do one more sequence before we get into the flow. So the first thing I like to do is our cats and cows.
I love this exercise. It's good for your organs, isn't it?
So for cow, you're going to let your stomach drop down.
Stick your butt out, you're allowed to now, right?
And then you can do whatever breath you want as an in and out on this one, but connect your breath. So exhale, and then press your spine towards the ceiling for cat. And then inhale, and drop your stomach down towards your floor. And then it's important for joint stacking here is you want to stack your shoulders over your elbows over your wrists.
Oh, see, I wasn't doing proper form. Okay, so now I'm in proper form. I was not before.
And then also to modify on this one, you can also lean back and sway side to side into the back of your hips and take whatever other organic movement helps open you up.
Oh.
I teach a lot of professional athletes one-on-one yoga, you know, football players, basketball players, and they're heavily focused on the yang portion, the strength portion, you know, the effort. So they haven't done a lot of building, and their chest and their shoulders are so big and they're so tight that naturally pulls them forward and out of posture. So the two best poses I have for big athletes and men especially are thread the needle. So you want to take your right arm up and then you'll bring it down, you'll thread the needle and you'll lay right down on into your shoulder. You can turn your head to the left, you can turn it to the right to get a little bit of a deeper stretch there. You can bend forward a little bit. Whatever your body and your shoulder can take, you just don't want any sharp pains anywhere.
All I feel is a nice stretch.
So then you would come back up onto all fours, tabletop pose. You're going to do it on the other side to balance it out. Left arm up, thread the needle.
I'll tell you what, this is so relaxing.
And then when was the last time you remembered to breathe?
Right now.
So take a nice deep breath in. You'll feel you get a little deeper in the stretch. And let it go. And then keep focusing on that breath. And then holding the pose will start to get easier and easier until you just fall away from your body. So we'll come back onto tabletop. And the chest openers you like to do, you'll come down right onto your stomach. And this one's called Fallen Angel. So you can either extend your arms straight out to the side. For a lot of people, especially if you have any elbow issues, this puts a little too much pressure on it for me. So what I'll do is I'll go post my arm up like this, and then you'll press yourself, you'll roll over under your right hip, and then you'll get that stretch through your
I'm doing
shoulders.
my legs just so I can see you.
Perfect.
Am I doing it? Wait, where's your leg?
So your leg can be wherever. You just kind of want to stick it back behind your other leg.
Oh, this is good.
And then you're going to want to extend your arm out to the side completely, or you want to goal post it up.
Okay.
And then you'll feel that gets you really deep through your chest, through your upper shoulders here. And that feels amazing for me. So we'll do it on the other side. Left arm comes out, or your other arm. Roll over onto that hip.
God.
And then remember to breathe, because that breathe will get you just a millimeter more into that stretch, get you into your tendons and your ligaments. And then usually what I like to do is complete it by flipping my arm over and putting it down and really rolling over, because you can get a different stretch on a different part of your shoulder here.
Okay.
And have your arm out behind your back.
That way?
Nope, your other arm.
Oh. Oh, okay. Ah, there you go.
And then we'll balance it out one more time on the other side. And those are the usual stretches I'll do to awaken my body, to start getting connected with my breath, to start getting ready for, you know, your flows, your vinyasas, and your practices. There's lots of different practices of yoga. There's hundreds of different poses, thousands of different teachers, and they all have their own philosophies, their own guided ways of guiding you through basically a guided meditation and a practice at the same time.
Okay.
So let's go back into child's pose, and we'll get ready to start our sun salutation A. So toes together, knees wide, extend your arms out long, place your forehead on your mat. You can rock side to side here. And then when you're ready, press down through your hands, come up onto your toes, and you're going to press back in a downward facing dog. And I always tell people your first dog of the day, you got to take it for a walk. So here you can pedal out your feet, start to drop your heels down. I like to roll my ankles over and stretch those out. Both sides.
Ouch.
You can press your hips to the right and to the left, but you want to be pressing down through your hands. letting your head drop between your shoulders.
Dude, what do you do with your back? Is it straight or out?
You're going to want to start pressing your tailbone up towards the sky and dropping your head through your shoulders. And just start by doing what's comfortable for your body. Here, I also like to take my right leg up to the sky, and then you bend your knee and you just open your hip right here. Keeping keeping equal pressure in both of your hands so you're not dumping into your left shoulder. And then bring it back down. And then kind of pedal out again. Bring the other leg up, and then open up through your hip like this.
Wow. I'm shaking.
Yeah. So then bring it back down, and then come back to your breath. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in. Slight hold, and then you're going to let it go. And your Ujjayi breath, which is your yoga breathing, is a breath in through your nose, and then you're going to breathe out through your nose, and you want to kind of make an oceanic sound. And then focusing on that breath, and you'll start forgetting about the physicalness of the pose and just be with it. So you're going to take a deep breath in, and on your next exhale, you're going to walk your feet to your front of your mat. Forward fold. And then you're going to breathe in, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. And then on your next breath in, you're going to rise up for extended mountain pose. And then on your exhale, all the way out slow, forward fold. Let all the breath out of your body. And then a halfway lift, extend and lengthen that spine. And then we're going to step back into chaturanga. And this is one of the main flows in our vinyasas in yoga. And it's important when you drop back to focus on your joint stacking. So you want your elbows to be over your wrists, shoulders stacked on top of that. And then you want to pull your shoulder blades back towards your spine. So you're almost sinking into your shoulder blades.
Like that?
And that'll actually help give you more support. And then strengthen your core so you have a straight back. And that's essentially a high plank or at the start of your push-up pose.
Okay.
A modification is you can just drop down to your knees.
That's nice.
And then keep your back straight, keep your core engaged. And then the flow is you're going to go down to a low plank. So you want to keep your elbows stacked in towards your sides. And you don't want to dump back. You don't want to dump forward. You want your elbows to be at a 90-degree angle as you come down. And then that's your low plank. A modification is you can drop down to your knees. And then if you have to, you can just drop all the way down to your bottom to modify.
I'm glad you said that because I just did that.
And then we're going to do upward facing dog. So you're going to put the tops of your feet on your mat.
Okay.
You're going to have your wrists stacked over your shoulders right here.
Yeah.
You're going to engage your core, engage your legs, press everything up and off the mat. Your legs are off the mat. You're looking straight forward. You're going to hold that, and then you're going to take a deep breath in. As you exhale, you'll flip your toes over. You'll press back into downward facing dog.
Nice. As we do this, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back with more great yoga experiences with Nevada Lee on TV8.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Experience the beauty of fall on the rails of the Leadville Railroad. Take in the cool mountain breeze as you climb to 11,000 feet to watch the vibrant reds, oranges, and golds of fall come alive. Enjoy delicious hot beverages, learn some history, and relax with family and friends. Even your pets can enjoy a ride on the train. Offering daily trips, the weekend specials sell out fast. To secure your seat, book today at leadvillerailroad.com.
Join us to raise money to fight polio. The inaugural Pints for Polio is October 24th at Route 6. Buy tickets at vailrotary.com. Donations are matched 2-to-1, so come out and make a difference.
At Revival Boutique Med Spa, we take an integrative and holistic approach to skincare, focusing on the bigger picture when treating our clients. We use only result-driven and science-based products that contain clean, organic, wildcrafted, and research-based ingredients. From injectables, facials, to body contouring, we offer anything related to looking your best self. Find us in the Riverwalk in Edwards. For a complete list of services, visit us online at revivalvail.com. Follow us on Instagram at Revival Vail Valley. Fall in love with your skin again. There's lots to love at Revival. Mind, body, beauty.
Lions Head Jewelers Fossil and Mineral Gallery. Located in the heart of Lions Head Village for over a decade, our 4,000 square foot gallery boasts a one-of-a-kind experience that cannot be found anywhere else in Vail. We carry the most exquisite array of fine jewelry, high-end minerals, and museum-quality fossils. We invite you to come in and explore all the history and beauty that nature has to offer.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to your Healthy Sunday on Good Morning Vail on TV8. I'm your host, Liz, and we are doing yoga with Nevada Lee. I already feel better.
I am feeling fantastic this morning.
It's amazing. If you start your day with this, it really does make a difference. So we've already done some breathing and some stretches, and we did the downward dog, and we've done some planks. What's next?
We're going to get into the Sun B salutation.
Okay.
This is one of the most common, flows in yoga as well. So we'll do that. We'll get into a couple of balancing poses that I really like.
Nice.
And then we'll finish off with some really juicy, deep stretching.
Ooh,
And,
sounds good.
We'll finish in Shavasana.
I love
and
it.
We'll be reborn again.
Yes.
For the day.
Yes.
Every single day.
All right, so what do we have
All right,
going on?
Downward facing dog. Fingers are spread wide, pressing down through the mat. Tailbone up to the sky. Your knees can be slightly bent. You don't have to touch your heels to the mat. Some people can do that. Most people can't, but it's not important. What's important is what's for your body. So Sun B, we're going to walk our hands forward. We're going to take a halfway lift as we breathe in. We're going to exhale, forward fold. And then we're going to breathe in and we're going to come into a chair pose to start igniting our legs and our core. Feet can either be together. I can't really do that, so we're hip width distance apart and stacking. And then your arms are going to be raised, pinky slightly toward in. Engage your core and then sink like you're sitting into a chair. And you kind of want to be able to see your toes right over your knees.
I can't see anything right now.
So we would do this, and then we would exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and we'll step back through our chaturanga. So we'll go to a high plank, slightly forward, bend down to a low plank. Take a breath in as you flip over into upward facing dog, and then exhale, downward facing dog. And then we're going to step our right foot forward into warrior one. So you're essentially going to take your right foot up by your right wrist. You're going to rotate your back foot to about a 45-degree angle.
Hold on, I'm falling over. Wait, okay.
And then try to do it with your breath as you come up. And this is where the joint stacking comes into play. So you want to make sure your knee is always stacked directly over your ankle.
Nice.
So you don't want to have it in, you don't want to have it out. You want to have the muscle memory remember that exact pose.
Okay.
So as you press down into that knife edge of your back foot, you're engaging all the muscles through your legs. This is stacked. You're going to want to slightly turn your left hip forward and your right hip back. Arms go straight up in the air. And this is warrior one. And it's also important here is to stack your ears over your shoulders, over your hips.
Are you supposed to feel it in your thigh?
You're supposed to feel it everywhere.
Oh, alrighty.
So engage your core, engage every muscles in your legs, really press down into your feet. And it's funny, the more you engage, the tighter you are.
Wow.
It feels like the lighter you are. So bring your pinkies in, and we're going to take a deep breath in. And then as we exhale, we're going to flow through that chaturanga. So we're going to step back into our high plank, elbows in, halfway down for a low plank, flip your toes over, press up into upward facing dog, stretch out through your abdomen, downward facing dog. And then you step your left foot forward up to your left wrist, rotate that back foot 45 degrees, and then rise up with your breath. And
so
keep
zen.
remembering to breathe. Your breathe is what's going to oxygenate every vessel, every cell in your body, and it's going to help you stay in the fire. And take a breath in, exhale, chaturanga. Upward. So it's high plank to low plank is the chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. And that is sun salutation B right there.
Wow.
So for the next one, we're going to step that right foot forward again. We're going to come up into warrior one with our breath. Deep breath in. Exhale. Take one more breath in. And on your exhale, you're going to rotate into warrior two. So your back foot's going to come parallel with the back of your mat. Remember to stack that front knee over your front ankle. And then you don't want to shift too far forward because you're not in alignment. Too far back, shoulders directly over hips.
Am I doing it right?
This is warrior two. You might want to lengthen your step a little bit more, and you want to try to go for a 90-degree bend in that front knee.
Oh,
perfect right there.
Yeah, full.
So from here, another nice one is straighten through that right leg, and then you're going to do stargazer's pose.
Oh, I like this one.
And this is a good side body stretch here. And then from here, we're going to use a prop, so you're going to want to grab your block, and we're going to go into a triangle pose. So you're going to have those legs.
Yeah.
You don't want to be locking out your knees here.
Okay.
You can bring your hand down to your ankle, down to your floor if you want to. I use a block, high side or low side. Place it there. Extend your left arm up to the sky. And then you want your hips to kind of flow like water and your knees to flow. And you'll start to move around and bend, and you'll find that sweet spot. And you'll find that your back might crinkle out and crack like an accordion.
Oh, nice.
And then you can take your gaze even farther back to stretch through. And that is triangle pose.
I hope you're doing this with us, people.
And then from there, we would come back up into either a warrior two. We could switch it around, come into our warrior one, and then we would go back through another chaturanga, flow to downward facing dog.
Nice.
So from there, some of the balancing poses, and balance is a really, key component of yoga. So remember to breathe if you haven't.
Thank you.
We're doing that again. The easiest one to do to start building those stabilizer muscles through your legs, especially if you've had ankle injuries or whatnot, are standing leg raises.
Oh.
So you can just stand here, engage your core, tailbone down, hips up, focus on one point in the wall, remember to breathe, and it's as simple as just raising your right knee. And then remembering to breathe. And then you'll start to feel all those muscles in your ankles engage. If you want to take it further, you can extend your arms up, and then you can extend your right leg out and hold that right there. And just remember to keep breathing. Baron Baptiste of Baptiste Power Yoga says the pose doesn't even start until you want to get out of it.
Well, I wanted to get out of there.
So you need to stay there. You need to stay present in the moment. A good thing to do is also they make straps that will help bring your feet closer. So if you can't reach and you want to use straps as an assisting,
nice.
You can use your strap to bring it up like this.
Oh.
And then you can also open up your leg to the side.
Oh, let me try that one. Ready?
And I broke this ankle at the beginning of last season.
Yeah,
so.
I remember. Oh, look at me. Whoa!
But you want to keep your shoulders stacked over your hips.
Oh, be quiet.
And then you can, well, we won't get into it, but,
no, but that's
balancing
really
is one of the hardest things to do, and it has to deal with.
Balance is so hard. I actually had surgery on this foot, so I can really balance on this one. I could be like this all day, but then this foot is harder. So we all have injuries here in Colorado because, like he said, we work hard, we play hard, and we gonna yoga hard. We have so much more to do with Nevada leaves, some more exercises, and then the relaxation part is coming up right here on Good Morning Vail. It's TV8.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw, host of TV8 Vail. From fashion to food, from film to festivals, experience a unique look at the boutiques, spas, restaurants, and venues that make the Valley so special. Join me for Glitz and Glam. Find it in Good Morning Vail or at our website at tv8vail.com. I can't wait for our next adventure.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake. It's fake.
Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park. It's America's only mountaintop theme park. In fact, it's so high up that you need to take a gondola to get there.
My name's Arthur Wheeler. I'm the attractions manager here at Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park. A very unique place, right? We've got all of our natural attractions with our caves, and then we have 12 phenomenal other rides and attractions that we have here. Our latest addition is Defiance, which is our brand new 110-foot tall roller coaster, right? And fun fact, it actually has the steepest free fall drop west of the Mississippi. So my favorite ride here is Giant Canyon Swing. Every single time I ride it, right, my brain just never seems to get it, right? It's just, we're gonna get this full send off the cliff edge, and it's just this ultimately thrilling experience, right? It's rated among the top 3 scariest rides on Earth.
I wasn't quite ready to be sent off a cliff on a giant swing, but I did try the Alpine coaster. It's unlike any roller coaster I've ever been on. It's similar to an alpine slide, but you have full control over your own speed. And if you're like me, you like to take things slow and take in the views. There's not a lot of fantasy or make-believe at this adventure park. The views are all Mother Nature, including these caves, which Arthur says have a lot of history.
In the late 1800s, the Darrow family began showing tours in our historic fairy cave that we have here, right? It's actually one of the first caves in the United States to have electric lights. And over time, that cave went from the Darrow family to the Preble family. This is where our current owner, Steve Beckley, comes into play. When Steve Beckley was in college, he began writing to Peter Preble, who was the owner of the mountain at the time, and trying to convince him, like he had found the caves and he wanted to, open these caves back up to the public and really kind of create this awesome experience. And it took over 10 years of writing Peter Preble before they were able to come to an agreement.
That persistence paid off, and now the public can enjoy the adventure park all year round.
During the winter season, we have Winter on the Mountain, where we have close to 1 million lights that we put on all of our various trees, right? So it's just well lit up and everything is just this magical kind of sparkle that you're gonna get in the winter.
Sounds like the perfect day off from skiing. For TV8 in Vail, I'm Avisha Scar.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tv8vail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TV8 Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
It's hour 2 of your Sunday edition of Good Morning Vail on TV8. I'm your host, Liz. I'd like to dedicate this second hour to all of our first responders here in Eagle County. Thank you for all that you do for us as a community. And we're going to talk about all things Halloween. Connie from the Minturn Saloon will be here and so much more. Stick around, everybody. Your second half starts right now. Something super exciting coming up if you want to get your super funny on. Well, right now is when the pre-sale tickets have just begun. You're going to want to go to velarpac.org and get your tickets today because they will definitely sell out. For Steve Martin and Martin Short over at the Velar Performing Arts Center, this is going to be an amazing event, not taking place till 2024, but the tickets are on sale now because they know they're going to sell out. Steve Martin and Martin Short, everybody, and the keyword is Funny Town. So go in, get your tickets, use Funny Town as your keyword, and just get ready to enjoy yourself. So many other great things are coming up. Check out that incredible lineup of entertainment that they have over at the Velar Performing Arts Center today. We'll be right back with more Good Morning Vail right after this.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Pleshaw, host of TV8 Vail. From fashion to food, from film to festivals, experience a unique look at the boutiques, spas, restaurants, and venues that make the Valley so special. Join me for Glitz and Glam. Find it in Good Morning Vail or at our website at tv8vail.com. I can't wait for our next adventure.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back, everybody. I normally on a Sunday like to have somebody here to give us some exercise or something for our spiritual growth. However, I've been injured a little bit, so I have to lay low, but we're still going to bring you some lovely yoga with Nevada Lee. He was here a few weeks ago, and I'm going to show you that clip so we can still do some yoga for your Sunday. Welcome back to Good Morning Vail on TV8. It's your Sunday edition, and we are getting super healthy with Nevada Lee. I love you so much. I already feel a little shaky and feel really good. So we've been doing yoga. We've learned our breaths. We've done some stretches. We did a couple of balancing. We did the downward dog. We did the plank. And now we are going to do something new.
And we've been doing it under what seems to be 95-degree temperature here.
Exactly. The lights make it very hot in the studio. So this is hot yoga, everybody.
This is like what we do at Baptiste Power Yoga over at Revolution. You know, 95 degrees. It feels a little bit hot to start with, but once you get used to it and get into it, it helps your muscles warm up and release and stretch.
I can imagine.
Easier.
I think I'm more limber because of the heat.
So The one pose that I forgot to mention that I do every morning when I get up, using my bed as a prop, is essentially like a half pigeon pose.
So you stand on the floor?
So we're going to be standing on the floor. Half pigeon is usually on the ground,
Uh-huh.
but it does put a lot of pressure on your knees
Okay.
and the pain. So I do it standing up.
All right, if
So
you
you'll
have
go to
knee
the
issues,
side of
be
your
careful.
bed, and I just take the side of my foot. I'll put it up there, and you can bend your knee
You have a
at
high
whatever
head.
angle works for you, and then you just start to lean over into it, and just let your body relax down heavy.
Oh, this is a great stretch for your butt and your
For your
thigh.
butt, your sciatic, it gets to your IT band. You can bring your foot across even more and bend into it. Bend to the left, bend to the right, bring your leg out a little bit.
yeah.
It's a great way just to move that stretch all the way up and down without
All right,
putting a
and
lot
then
of
you do
pressure.
both legs,
And then you obviously balance it out on the other side.
Okay, cool. I like this. Your bed's very high, by the way.
So
okay, next.
we'll get down to what we usually do is kind of the, the rejuvenation aspect of it.
Perfect.
We'll get into the relaxing, the rest of the hip openers.
Alrighty.
So because I do have bad knees, I do most of these poses assisted with the wall, which I really like a lot. So we'll start out with half pigeon on the wall, also figure 4 on the wall. So so your knees are at a 90-degree bend here. Take your right ankle, stack it on your left knee, and then you can sit here just like this, and you'll start to feel it in your lower buttocks right there. You can also start to drop your knees slightly to the left. And then you can also assist by grabbing your knee or grabbing your whole foot and cradling your leg.
That's a gluteus.
And that'll get you stretches from your ankles, IT band, sciatic, lower back. But that's a great way to modify pigeon.
Absolutely.
And just to sit here and do it on the wall. And then you would switch sides, balance it out. You can also press on this knee and open up your hip this way.
That's nice.
Just whatever feels good for your body.
It's good for your psoas.
And whatever angles you need to get the stretch you want. It's your practice, and it's always yoga practice. It's never yoga perfect. There is no such thing. So that's our half pigeon on the wall.
Okay.
Then I like to follow it with a deep hip and opener, which is frog on the wall.
Frog on the wall.
Usually frog is done on the ground, but that puts a lot of pressure on your knees. So you want your knees 90 degrees, and then you want to start to open your feet so they almost come parallel against the wall, and then just work on finding that distance and that stretch. And you can press on the insides of your knees as well too. Have your feet up on the wall, Liz.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Frog on the wall.
Frog on the wall.
And
Oh
then
yeah, that's
sit
a better
there.
stretch actually.
And then when was the last time you remembered to breathe?
Just now.
So trying to connect your breath with everything through the entire practice is the ultimate goal. And sit there with your breath in, hold, out, hold. And you can do this as long as you want. You could do this all day.
I know.
Then from here, it's really easy to do a legs up the wall. So you can just set your legs on the wall and rest like this. If you'd like to place your hands underneath your sacrum, you can just stick your legs up in the air like that. If you really want to get into it, you can do, a shoulder stand. And then you could even drop that back into a deaf man's pose. Or if you really want to do it, touch your feet back into plow.
I don't know why I can do this, but I can.
That's amazing. And then you want to come back down slowly, rolling onto your back. And then you want to hug your knees into your chest. And that'll help relieve and roll around, relieve a little bit of tension on that lower back.
Nice.
And then what we'll do is we'll spin around, just so we can see the camera.
Ooh, I'm so dizzy.
And then we'll go back in. And this is probably my favorite pose. It can be used, you can use a strap with it too, but we're going to do the twisted roots again. So knees together, left leg out long, right knee's going to come over. You want to try to leave your shoulder blades on your mat. It's not important if you can touch this leg to the ground or anything. And then sit here and breathe. And as you exhale, try to go a little bit deeper. Deep breath in. And that'll expand and stretch your tendons, ligaments. Exhale, go a little deeper. Take an inhale again. Bring your knees to your chest. Extend your right leg out long. Bring your left leg over, and then you can extend your left arm out, and you want to take your gaze to the left as well too. And then try to get as deep down into the stretch as you can.
I must be Gumby because I can hit the floor. Okay, this is nice.
And then we bring our knees back into our chest. And usually one of the second to last poses is Supta Baddha Konasana. You bring your soles of your feet together. You let your knees hang out wide. You know, if this gives you any pressure anywhere or pain, you can put blocks underneath each side of your leg to rest here like this.
Good.
And we'll take a couple more deep breaths in. And then we'll come into our final resting pose, corpse pose, the end of our life cycle of this journey today. Your legs come out long.
Good night.
Your arms can go anywhere. You're going to take one last final deep breath in, as big as you can. Hold it for a second, and then you're going to let everything go. And let your breath fall down naturally. And then just sit back and absorb the goodness. Thank yourself for showing up and treating your body this practice today.
Can I thank you for showing up and giving my body this practice today?
And, you know, and now we've connected our breath to our body and the physicalness, to our mind, you know, which is always running crazy. And then that helps us bring us centered back into our soul.
Wow. Well, I could pass out, but I can't because we're really on TV today. But Nevada, I can't thank you enough. This is a beautiful, beautiful experience. If you were doing this at home, please continue to practice. It's just a wonderful, wonderful feeling. I have to say, I feel way better than I did first thing in the morning.
And then usually what you'll do is you'll come back to a seated position.
Okay.
You'll bring your hands to heart center. The teacher will usually go through, you know, a closing of her practice for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And then we end each practice with Namaste, which is basically stating that the life, love, and the wisdom within me sees and honors the light, love, and the wisdom with you.
That's beautiful.
And we enjoy you for showing up and sharing this practice with
I
us.
love that.
And then you'll bring your thumbs to your forehead, your third eye center, your pineal gland, the center of all spirituality. And then you'll bow forward and say Namaste with the class.
Namaste with this class.
Namaste right here.
Namaste right here on my mat. Namaste, everybody. That was an amazing experience with Nevada Lee. If you want to get your yoga on, look him up, Nevada Lee Furrow. You can reach out to me. I have his contact information. Find him on Instagram and Facebook. And of course, we love you so much. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
I love this experience. Namaste, everybody.
Oh, and if I can say one more thing,
Yes.
Revolution Power Yoga
Yeah.
is my home studio where I was
Nice.
trained as a teacher and where I practice. Everybody is always welcome to go there. They have everything from these heated power classes to yin yoga to the full-on aroma restore where you basically lay here with bolsters and blankets. You get comfortable. They play meditation music, and it's an absolutely wonderful experience. We did a sober event with the Reconnect Foundation up here.
Nice.
If anybody is interested in yoga for the first time, if anybody is interested in recovery, you know, trying to get help with the drugs and the alcohol that plagues this valley with all the problems, reach out to the recoveryfoundation.org. I think you sign up for their newsletter, but they will offer you your first class free at Revolution Power Yoga.
That's beautiful.
To experience what it's like. You know, if you want, I can come there to help guide you through it and be a friend.
Aw.
But that place is all about connection, community, empowerment, and community is the biggest thing. And it's all through the practice of yoga.
This is the greatest feeling. I am so grateful for you, Nevada Lee, for yoga, for the experience that we just had here today, and for all of you for joining in and learning a little yoga right here on Good Morning Vail. It's TV8. We'll be right back.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Pascal. And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals now. Check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Today, great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
Hi, Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We've transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
Welcome back to your Sunday edition of Good Morning Vail on TV8. I'm your host, Liz, and I am super excited about my next guest, Connie Mazza. I'm so happy to have you here. You might recognize this beautiful face from the Village Bagel that you've seen both in Edwards and now in Gypsum. Mm-hmm. But we are here to talk about all things Halloween and all the exciting things and fundraisers, all at the I would say the brand new Minturn Saloon, because it closed and you guys reopened it and just renovated the whole thing.
Yep.
Now, I know it still has, it's maintaining its integrity from the original start.
Yes.
But you guys did an amazing job of cleaning up and just really getting into the grit of the whole thing. And now it just looks amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's a 123-year-old building, so it needed a little love. A little update.
Did you have to do exterior stuff as well?
Yeah, we did some exterior stuff too.
Okay, and I noticed that main bar is the old bar that you brought in.
Yep.
Yes.
It was in the dining room, and
Right.
we moved it to the actual back bar. So
Nice.
That's the oldest thing in the building. It's
Really?
amazing. Yeah.
That is incredible. So it's maintaining its really cool stuff from the long time ago. But I'm really proud and excited that you guys have taken this over as a new project so we can get back into the saloon and have a really wonderful experience.
you.
Especially because you are throwing something really big for the Minturn Community Fund.
Yes.
Now, for those of you that don't know all about the Minturn Community Fund, it started in 1996, and they do amazing things like community cleanup, taking care of the fire department, concerts, yoga, and so many other things for everybody here in the community. Let us know what is going to take place for the fundraiser and what we can do to help.
So that's coming up this Saturday,
Right.
the 28th.
Okay.
And the Minturn Community Fund is back doing the annual Halloween party at the saloon. Yay! They've been doing it at the saloon since 2000. So this is like 20-something years in the works. They took a little hiatus pre-COVID, but now we're back with new ownership, brand new sound system, totally updated space. And 100% of the ticket sales go to the Minturn Community Fund, which we're really proud about. So
See, that's huge.
Yes.
Yeah, it really is. And we have the Johnny Schlepper Band playing.
Yes, so they're bringing in the Johnny Schlepper Band. Johnny, long time, grew up in the Valley, local. And anyone who's seen him play knows what a fun time they are.
Oh,
So
yes.
They're going to be playing from 9 to 12. Doors open at 8 this Saturday.
Okay.
And you can get tickets at the Minturn Community Fund website.
Now, what's going to take place? Just dancing and fun and music and like food and all that good stuff, right?
They're also doing, so they annually they have a theme, a costume theme.
Okay.
So this year is the Day of the Dead. Dia de la Muerta. So come
Dia de la Muerta.
dressed up, ready to win some fun prizes. So we'll have a costume party, costume prizes.
You know what I love about this theme is that you get to get really colorful and vibrant and exciting. It's almost like festival-like.
Totally.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that's really exciting. Dia de Muerta is the theme, and it's going to be a lot of fun, you guys. You got to go check it out. And the fact that all the proceeds go to the Minturn Community Fund is huge.
Yes.
So you're not only going out to have a really amazing time, but you're going to really support an amazing cause.
Yes.
And
Longtime locals know that this is the Halloween party to go to, and it's back at the saloon, so in a comfortable, new, clean space with great sound system, like I said. So it's definitely the place to be this Saturday, the 28th.
Well, that is in a nutshell what we're going to take place on Saturday. And the coolest thing is that you guys have so many great things going on. Now that you're open, you get to experience all the wonderful things. So this Saturday, we have the Johnny Schlepper Band for the Minturn Community Fund. And then the 31st, we have another great night over there with the Evolution Live, which we all know they played here locally on our TV station. So they're incredible. What's going to take place that night? Because I know there's costume contests and all kinds of good stuff.
We'll do another costume contest. So this is Halloween night. So the fun thing is we're throwing 2 Halloween parties at the Minturn Saloon this year.
Yay!
So this coming Saturday with Johnny Schlepper, and then on Halloween night with Mauricio and his wife, the Evolution Live is playing.
Right.
They'll play from 7:30 to 10:30. Another costume party. We'll do fun bar snacks and cocktails, and we're capping the ticket sales. So it's kind of limited room, plenty of room to hang with your friends and dance and boogie on the dance floor, and not wait too long for drinks. So it'll be just more of an exclusive kind of fun party.
I'm going to that, by the way.
Sweet. You're going to both, right?
Yeah, I'm going to try and make it to both. I have to come up with costumes like you wouldn't believe. I have dressed up 3 times already, and it's not even close to Halloween. So it's my favorite time of year. I just absolutely love the way everybody's excited. You get the fall feelings, and everybody's in a giddy, happy, frisky mood. And we dress up. We play like big kids, and it's just so much fun. And the saloon is like the hub of Minturn. So I'm so glad you guys are back rocking and rolling. And now, so you have the night for Halloween, but everybody knows that in Minturn, the night before Halloween is the trick-or-treating for all the kids, the biggest family event that we have really anywhere. It's just so huge. Everybody comes out. Now, this always takes place the night before Halloween. So tell me, you guys are not normally open on this day, but you're going to open up for everybody.
Just regular dinner service on Monday. At the Minturn Saloon. We want people to have good fuel for all the candy they're about to eat and roaming the streets in Minturn. So stop by with your family, have some dinner, and then make the rounds through Minturn for their big Halloween tour.
This is incredible. So not only do we have a brand new experience at the Minturn Saloon, we have 3 incredible events coming up. So don't forget, this Saturday is a big fundraiser for the Minturn Community Fund with the Johnny Schlepper Band, and that's going to be incredible. The most incredible food, lots of entertainment, live music, and all the other stuff. Then on the 30th, the day before Halloween, they're going to be open for dinner fare and all that great stuff, and the trick-or-treating for all the kids throughout the entire area of Minturn. And then on the 31st Halloween night, another big party with the Evolution Live. There's so many great things going on. Connie, I don't know how much time you have to rest because I know you've been busy. You have a child at home and now you are 7 months pregnant.
Yes.
Congratulations. We're announcing it here, unless you know her. We're announcing her pregnancy.
A lot going on.
How do you find time to have kids with all this?
I don't know. They say do it while you're young, so we're doing everything at the same time.
You know what? It's remarkable. You're a very busy lady. You do so much for our community. You raise money for the Minturn Community Fund. You're taking a lot of time over at the new place at the saloon, and you still have Village Bagel Oh, you guys, Village Bagel. Now you're also in Gypsum over there with the Village Bagel. I didn't even know this. Ben Roof, one of our people here on the sofa, and also with our great, technical stuff that he does. He was telling me that he goes to the one in Gypsum. I'm like, wait a minute.
You're like, you have 3 restaurants?
You have
what are you
3
talking
now?
about?
Youth and entrepreneurial stuff. I love this. This is what this valley is all about. Promoting everybody, just being part of a big community and supporting everybody that is doing so many great things for us and opening up all these wonderful places for us to be entertained and fed and just enjoy so many wonderful activities.
Yes, I'm excited. It's really great to team up with Minturn Community Fund again for their Saturday Halloween party, and just being in the valley for so long, it just feels nice to be in Minturn and in Gypsum and in Edwards and all over, and hopefully bringing people joy through our food and through our establishments.
Yeah, well, you do. You bring people joy. You bring my belly joy over at Village Bagel rather, and you just bring our heads and hearts and spirit so much joy with all of that entertainment. The groups you have coming up are amazing. Johnny Schlepper Band, they are just incredible. And yes,
so excited.
Longtime locals. Same thing with the Evolution Live. I've known Mauricio and Dina for at least 15 years.
Oh, cool.
And I know that they were Living Being at first, and then they evolved into the Evolution Live, became like a 7-8 piece. I think you're going to have a 6-piece band that
the
night.
Full band.
Yeah,
we're so excited. The live music part of the saloon is what we're really excited about, because it's always been an amazing venue, but to be able to be a music venue as well and just have the sound brought throughout the whole house.
Oh, and it's new. It's a new sound system.
All brand new, and like state of the art too. So
I can't believe it. I can't
half restaurant,
wait.
half music venue, but just the place to party. So much fun.
What kind of food are you guys? Did you change your menu?
Well, we elevated the ingredients. We were definitely ingredient driven these days.
Okay.
Everything's made from scratch, but we're still margaritas and Tex-Mex food.
Nice.
It's still super approachable and really fun. And
great for the whole family.
Great for the whole family. Yep.
That's amazing. Now, also, I have a question for you. If there's a band, local band, and they're watching and they're like, well, I want to get in on this. How do they get in touch? Do you do the booking for the bands?
Yeah, we do. We have a group sales coordinator as well, Casey, so they can email Connie at minturnsaloon.com or events@minturnsaloon.com and get in touch with us. But we already have some consistent music booked for the winter.
That's great.
And we'd love to book some more. So,
right.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the greatest place for you as a musician to get out there, because you're basically going to touch everybody in the valley, because everybody goes to Minturn and everybody finds their way over to the saloon. It's just such a staple. There's something about Minturn that's a super magical place. It's very quaint. It's very connected. Everybody's very close. There really is that community feel there. You have the little shops and you have all the places to go.
And of course, après-ski.
Yeah.
After skiing Minturn Mile.
Right?
Yep.
I can't believe we're talking about après-skiing already.
It's happening, Liz.
No,
Get
ready. I'm not ready. I am not ready, okay? I'm going to just...
You got your dress on. You're wearing your...
Yeah, look at this. Hey. But I have to say that I am excited for all the festivities. I do love winter for the purpose of not skiing, because I am really clumsy, but all the other fun stuff. I'll go to all the operas. I'll be starting
you know the best operas at the saloon.
Yeah, you do. It's
with our live music in the bar.
The live music, the bar, the atmosphere.
Margaritas.
And your service.
They're fresh now.
Is really good too. Your servers
Thank you.
are really wonderful.
Yeah, everyone loves hospitality and loves making people happy. That's kind of our brand.
How'd you find people with good work ethic is what I'd like to know. In this business,
to say they're
service,
following us, and they know that we run good restaurants and that we have that mission across all of what we do. So it's genuine, it's authentic.
That's the highest form of a compliment, that people know that you're a good owner and a good person to work for and with, that they go and want to work with you and for you.
Stay. Be a part of our work families.
That's really wonderful. You have such a wonderful personality, and you're always so warm and caring and giving. So I can just see the future of the saloon being a massive, big success.
You're sweet.
And I wish you guys all the best. And I'm going to go through all the fun things taking place at the Minturn Saloon coming up again. So this Saturday, do not forget to support the Minturn Community Fund. All the proceeds go to them, and they are just a wonderful organization. That's with the Johnny Schlepper Band taking place over at the Minturn Saloon, and that starts at
That is, doors open at 8, band is 9 to 12.
There you go.
Yes.
Perfect timing for everything. And then the day before Halloween, do all of your Halloweening and all your fun trick-or-treating throughout the town of Minturn. Andy will be open for that day specifically just for that. And then Halloween night, the Evolution live playing. What a great experience. There's going to be a costume contest, so make sure you dress up in all your favorite costumes because they are going to be giving away. What's the prizes?
Well, that's a surprise.
Oh, okay. I like surprises.
But one of them is a $100 gift card to the Minturn Saloon. So you can check out our new space and bring your friends in and have some fajitas and margaritas.
Make sure you make that gift certificate not for that night.
Yes. We are
Smart, right?
closing the kitchen before the party starts.
Good idea.
So
that way they'll come back.
definitely, yes.
I love it.
That is good to know. Like, fuel up before the dancing begins. We'll have some light bar snacks, but our kitchen will close and we'll clear the dining room and make it a dance floor.
Oh my God.
Once the party begins, it's on to the drinking and the dancing.
Well, the theme is Dia del Muerte on the Saturday coming up for your costume contest on that with Johnny Schlepper. And then any costume goes for the night of Halloween with the Evolution Live, all taking place at the Minturn Saloon, the brand new Minturn Saloon, keeping its authenticity, but with new, exciting things coming up. Connie, I can't thank you enough for being here with us.
Liz. Thanks for having me.
It's my pleasure. It's Sunday with Connie from the Saloon, everybody. We'll be right back with more Good Morning Vail right after this.
Good morning, Vail.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
Good morning, Vail.
We love to feature really yummy food here on Good Morning Vail on TV8. Well, Tracy, Cooking in the Kitchen with Tracy, has a really good idea for salmon, which is one of the healthiest things we could possibly eat. It's a salmon Sammy. Let's check it out.
We've got a great menu today. Actually, this is going to be kind of a summertime menu. We are going to make a salmon sandwich with avocado and a potato salad. So the first thing I'm going to do right now is start cooking the salmon, because we're going to cook it. You can serve the salmon sandwich warm if you want to, or you can package it up and serve it at room temperature or cool as well. So what we're going to do now is just start with cooking the salmon. I have a raw piece of salmon right here, and it's kind of a thick one too, so it's going to take a little while to cook. I'm going to put it in a frying pan. I've got the heat over a medium heat. I'm going to crank that up a little bit, because if you remember some of the past classes, when we're putting something cold into our warm frying pan, it takes the temperature down. So you want to crank it up when you're first putting things in there. I'm going to use a little olive oil. You use whatever oil you like the best. We'll put that on the bottom, and then we are going to generously coat our salmon with salt and pepper. So that means you're really going to get every part of the salmon. This salmon has skin. Most of it does. So I'll show you how to remove that skin in an easy way as we cook it. We are going to put it meat side down in the pan. I'm going to just make sure that pan is kind of hot, because of course we want that pan to be warm and get that sizzle whenever we put the meat in there. So here we go. Ooh, a little bit of a sizzle. I can crank it up just a tiny bit. So we're going to do skin side up. We will flip the salmon, and then once it cooks, the skin will easily peel right off. A lot of people like the skin, but it's a little more high in fat. You can crisp it up if you want to add it to the sandwich. I'm not going to teach you how to do that, because this is a healthy cooking class, and the skin of things, animals, aren't always that healthy. So we have generously doused it with salt and pepper. We've got it in our pan, skin side up. It's maybe about an inch thick, so it is going to take a little bit of time to cook. I can hear it sizzling right now. I'm going to want to get a nice sear on the outside, and then I'm going to flip it over, and we will continue to cook it until it's done. Meanwhile, let's make some potato salad. So you got the little baby potatoes in your package today. I have already boiled those. So when you're boiling potatoes, you put them in water, not ice cold water, but you don't drop them into boiling water. Whenever you're boiling potatoes, you start the potatoes in not cold, but not warm water. So just kind of room temperature water. You put the potatoes in there, and then it all comes to a boil on its own. So it really is a gradual process. It takes about 15 minutes to boil those potatoes. I have boiled them, I've strained the water out of them, and I put them in a bowl in the refrigerator so they can cool down for our potato salad. So let me just grab those. They should be nice and cool, which will be nice for us when we're cutting them, because hot potatoes are so hard to cut. The avocado and the tomato are for our salmon sandwich, so I'm just going to move those right down there. We have these nice potatoes. It doesn't matter if you have red or white or yellow potatoes. The potato salad it'll work with anything. You know, if you want to make mashed potatoes or something like that, you want more of a russet potato. But with a potato salad, you can really use these or those little golden Yukon potatoes. Those are really nice. I like to cut my potatoes in little coin sizes for my potato salad. So we're just going to kind of easily cut them. Try to make sure that you're not cutting away the skin. The skin is where you get a lot of nutrients in most of your veggies. So we don't want to peel them. We just want to make sure they cut nicely with the potato piece, so that you get a nice bite when you're enjoying your potato salad. Those already look beautiful. A nice sharp knife. Cut them pretty evenly. Here we go. Keep on cutting them. This is a job you could give to one of your kids. But again, this could be a dangerous job, folks, because the potato is rolly, and we've talked about that many times. This one you can hold, and when you're cutting, you like to hold your fingers kind of tucked in like that, so that you can hold on to whatever you're cutting, but you're not going to cut like your tip of your fingernail off or something. So a good trick whenever you're cutting anything is just to curve your fingers in just a little bit like that. If you see any pieces that you don't like, just discard them. You don't want them in your salad. Quality control is really important. Alrighty. These are looking good. I can hear the salmon starting to sear up a little bit. You can always cook the salmon in the oven as well. Whenever you're cooking fish in the oven, you want to cook it at a high temperature, like 400 degrees, and then cook it for about 15 minutes or so, check it, and then pull it out, because it's going to continue cooking after you pull it out. Everything continues to cook after you take it off the heat. A piece of salmon that doesn't have a bone in it or anything, it's only going to continue to cook for a couple of minutes. But you know, if you pull off like a pork chop from the grill that has a bone in it, that's going to continue to cook for 5-7 minutes or so. And if you had a big like filet mignon, tenderloin or something like that, that does cook for another, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes. So remember that if you want to get your temperature perfectly right. Okay, this looks like it's time to flip over the salmon. How do we know? Because we can wiggle it around and it's not sticking to anything. So when it doesn't stick, that means it's time to flip over. Ooh, and that looks good. We have a nice sear on the salmon, but I do want you to see this side right there. You see how raw that is right there? That means that's a big fat piece and it's going to take a little bit longer to cook. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn the temperature down to low, and we're just going to kind of chill with that cooking, because we don't want to overcook the salmon, but we certainly don't want it too undercooked either. So we seared up one side. Now it's skin side down and it's on a lower temperature. So we're going to just let that cook slowly. And we'll go back to our potato salad. Now we have all of our potatoes cut nicely. And what we're going to do is make a dressing for the potato salad. I'm doing a creamy dressing for the salad. So again, we're going to use a mayonnaise and a sour cream split. And remember why we did that? It's just really nice to add those two flavors together, and it kind of helps so that the mayonnaise isn't too mayonnaise-y, if that's a technical term in the kitchen. So we're going to do equal parts of mayonnaise and sour cream. And we don't want too much. We don't want this to be an overly creamy dish, but we do want to give it a little bit of body. So we're going to put that right in there. I'm going to toss, and of course, like sour cream and potatoes, I mean, really, that's such a great combination. So we're just going to toss our potatoes in there now with a little bit of dressing. So if you like it more creamy and you want a little more dressing, by all means, you're the chef here. We are going to generously put some salt and pepper, and this has some celery seed in it, so some salt and pepper and celery seed onto our potatoes, and then we're just going to stir them around. So again, it's a creamy sauce, but we're not going to overdo it too much. You could really stop here if you've got like plain Jane eaters around, or you could add some more goodies, and that's what we're going to do right now. I feel like we need something fun in this salad, so I've decided to bring in some pepperoncinis and some mustard. Mustard is always really nice in these kind of salads with the mayonnaise mixture. It just kind of gives it a little bit of a bite. So we'll add a little bit of mustard. I can smell the mustard. I can smell the heat from it. So we're looking at having just a little bit of spice here in our salad. So we're going to take a couple pepperoncinis. I'm going to do 3 of them, 3 big ones, because they're all different sizes. And we're just going to slice those, again, in little rings. I want to get a little bit of a bite to them, so I'm going to keep them intact in those rings. And that's kind of like what we did when we cut up the potatoes. So once again, going back to when you're making something or when you're cooking something, you kind of want things the same size. Just like in the salads, when we cut up the cucumbers and the carrots and things like that, we want them all just about the same size. Let's make sure we separate these. And this has a nice vinegary taste as well, so that's going to add a good flavor. If you don't like a pepperoncini, just adding a little bit of white wine vinegar or apple cider vinegar to this will kind of give you that acidic taste that you need. All right, so we've got it all stirred up. Really easy, simple. When your ingredients are this fresh, when it's summertime and everything tastes so good, you really don't need to mix a lot of things in it. When I was first creating recipes, I would notice every time I was really messing up on a recipe, I'd be like, oh, add another thing to it, add another thing to it. And all of a sudden there were like 18 things in my dish and you couldn't really identify any nice flavors. And that's just because I was just trying to put a Band-Aid on something that didn't really need it. So if you have fresh, good ingredients, just go and highlight those ingredients. These potatoes are fresh. It's the season for them. The pepperoncinis are going to give it a little bit of a bite and a lot of acidic flavor, and that's going to be really, really nice. So we're going to pop this back into the refrigerator so it gets nice and cold. We're going to take a quick break and let our salmon finish cooking. It's starting to get nice and cooked up. I think it needs about 5 more minutes because you see, we don't want to overcook it. I don't want it all the way browned, but I do want that pink to be just a little bit less, kind of just a stripe down the middle. So we'll give that salmon 5 more minutes. We'll take a quick break. We'll cool off the potato salad. We'll learn about why this is so healthy.
Good morning, Vail.
Join us to raise money to fight polio. The inaugural Pints for Polio is October 24th at Route 6. Buy tickets at vailrotary.com. Donations are matched 2 to 1, so come out and make a difference.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail, Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno, Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back, you guys. I don't know about you, but I'm so hungry watching her make this sandwich. Let's go back to Tracy in the kitchen and find out what the rest of that sandwich is going to look like.
Salmon has just been cooking slowly. So what I'm going to do is pull it off of the pan and let it rest for a minute. And then what's going to happen is that skin is going to come off really, really easily, and then we'll slice it or we'll shred it for the sandwiches. So our sandwiches are going to have salmon, lettuce, avocado, tomato, and sriracha mayo. I thought we had needed to kick it into high gear a little bit. I guess I've been craving spicy or something because we have the pepperoncinis in the in the potato salad, and then we have some sriracha mayo. Of course, you can make this mayo on your own if you prefer to do that. I usually do, but I've found that I've been using it for so many different ingredients and different dishes that it's just easy to buy it like this and easy to carry it around if you're doing picnics or anything like that. It just gives you that spice that you're looking for. All right, let's move on to avocados. So avocados became such a trendy ingredient in the last year that like some of the bigwig chefs in New York and stuff like that, they're not even using avocados anymore. They're like, ooh, avocado, that was so yesterday. Me, I love an avocado. However, they've gotten really expensive. And if you can find one for a good price, definitely buy it. But that's one of those things that you don't want to waste it. If you're paying $2.50 for this little avocado, you don't want to waste it. When you're picking out an avocado, you want it to have a little bit of give. Not a lot, because that means it's going to be bruised and brown inside, but you want it to have a little tiny bit of give there. You can kind of mush it a little bit. And then if the stem right there kind of pops off easy like that, that means that it's totally ripe. And make sure you get rid of that stem because nobody wants to chew that in their salmon sandwich. Okay, here is how you cut an avocado and peel it. This is the easiest way. This is the way you're going to get the most nutrients out of your avocado as well. You just take it. This is like what we did with the peach, or we tried to do with the peach, but it was underripe. But this is what you do. Peaches are stone fruits, and they have that pit right in the middle like an avocado. You cut it around, and then you turn it like that, and then you have your beautiful avocado. And this is a good one, for sure. That looks really, really good. I'm not wasting any bit of that. And then you cut it in half, and then you peel it like a banana. Ready? Look at that. A lot of the nutrients in many different fruits and vegetables are as close to the skin as possible. So you don't want to waste it. So this is absolutely the easiest way, in my opinion, to get the beauty of the avocado and all the meat that you have in there. So then we're going to slice it. A serving size should probably be about 1/4 of an avocado. So that's what we're going to stick with when we make this sandwich. So slice that nice and thin. Fan it out a little because we are going to put a little salt and pepper on it. Fruits and veggies, I really think need some salt and pepper. Even fruit, actually, sometimes just needs a little bit. You know, and you also want to flavor as you go when you're building sandwiches and different things. You can choose whatever kind of bread you want for this sandwich. A brioche roll would be really nice. I love these little 4-inch steak rolls that I get from Walmart, actually. They hold up really nicely. They're not dried out, and they're just kind of a perfect size, in my opinion, for a sandwich. Now, like I was saying, your avocado serving size is about 1/4. So we're going to put like 3 or 4 slices right there on the bottom. Let's see. Get that right down there and kind of smush it in a little, so that it becomes like a spread. You could mash it and then put it in mashed if you wanted to, but this is kind of nice too. And when I'm catering and I have people helping me make sandwiches, because I make so many sandwiches sometimes, every bite counts, folks. Don't just put 1 piece of avocado and then your first bite's going to have no avocado. Every bite counts. So here we go. We have that. I'm going to make this other one too. We're just going to get some nice pieces of avocado in there. You want to make sure everything's balanced too. So I said that it was like, you know, four slices for a serving size. But if that doesn't really fit into your sandwich, then just use 3 slices. Like you decide what you like and what you want. All right, so we've got that. We're going to put a couple tomato slices too. So I have these nice Romas. Slice them thin. Tomatoes have a lot of juice in them, so this is going to make the sandwich a little bit juicier. So if you're taking this sandwich on a picnic or you're not going to eat it right away, you may want to add the tomatoes a little bit later. Again, we're going to season those because we're seasoning everything as it goes. So we season those, put a couple tomatoes right on there. Already this is looking so pretty. You could even do like a bacon BLT with avocado if you wanted to right there. We'll put those aside because we will eat those later. All right, let's see what, I'm going to put a glove on actually because I don't want my hands to smell like salmon later. No matter how hard you wash things, sometimes that fishy smell just sticks around. Okay, so let's flip it over. See how that skin, see? That skin is just going to come right off. So don't even worry about cutting the skin off when it's raw because it's nearly impossible, I'm going to tell you. It's a very hard task to do, and it just kind of comes off, and it serves as like a nice little barrier for the salmon. Okay, so let's just cut right into the middle of the salmon. See how it looks. Ooh, that looks cooked really, really nicely to me. A lot of people like their salmon cooked a little bit more. If you do, pop it right back in there and cook it to however you like it. So now we're going to cut our salmon. This is not always the easiest job because it wants to flake off. We can flake it a little. I guess, you know, do what your salmon wants. So it wants to be flaked a little. So we're going to put that salmon right there on top. That looks delicious. This one too. Just going to wiggle it around a little. We'll put that big piece right there on top. Okay. It smells really, really good. And now here's our secret ingredient, the sriracha mayo. This is going to be nice. Mayonnaise, avocado, orange is really nice with salmon as well. So let me get that. I'm going to coat it nicely too, especially if you like a kick. Definitely give it some space, give it a little attitude. Let it be kind of the star of the show with that salmon. Put a couple pieces of lettuce on top of there. And there you go. You have your delicious salmon sub with so many good veggies. I'm going to pair it right here with the potato salad. And you have yourself like a really, really nice summertime lunch or dinner. And again, wrap that up, put it in some saran wrap, and you have yourself a nice picnic dinner if you want it. So there you go. We have potato salad, which you can use with anything. It would go good with a steak or anything like that. And then we have our salmon sandwiches. Salmon and avocado, really giving you all those healthy omegas and fats and everything else you could ask for. So you can have a beautiful dinner. I mean, pair it with a nice glass of wine, do it with a glass of ice water. You will enjoy it. Thanks for joining me. I'm Tracy Miller. Good luck eating healthy. What an exceptional Sunday we had. Thank you so much to everybody for tuning in. I want to thank Connie from the brand new Minturn Saloon for coming in and telling us all about the wonderful experiences that we are going to have coming up on Saturday for the Johnny Schlepper Band, then Halloween fun with the Evolution Live, and so much more. Go check out the brand new saloon. It's absolutely beautiful. And congratulations on 7 months pregnant, Connie. And you guys enjoy the rest of your week. We have so many great shows coming up for you guys, lots of interviews and lots of wonderful experiences. Always stay tuned to Good Morning Vail right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer